everyone, welcome back once again to The Drop, the official podcast of comicdrops.com. If you're joining us today for the first time, I'd like to say welcome to all of you handsome gals and gorgeous dudes out there. Thank you for joining us, it means a lot. I am your host, Josh Sharp. I am your host. Stop it, let me get through the intro. Come on.
All right, go.
Come on. I am your host, Josh Sharp, and joining me today is Alex Batts. How's it going, dude?
Pretty good. I'm really excited. We have a bunch of news today. So
Indeed, we do. We have a lot of news. And also back with us, we have Andrew Lilly in the house. I'm guessing you're happy to be back.
Yeah, I am glad to be back.
That's like
there it is.
It's the trademark. Of course you are. And joining us again is the co-host of the Cinema Act podcast, Colin Sapp. Colin, how goes it, bro?
Oh, it goes pretty good. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's gonna be fun. Like Alex said, we have a substantial amount of news and things that have happened this week. We have supposed confirmation of Black Manta as the main antagonist of Jason Momoa's Aquaman film.
Ooh.
The new Rogue One trailer dropped during the Olympics and like a whole bunch of other stuff. And if you want to like click the description box below and kind of just like sift through what you want to hear, you can go ahead and do that. So let's just jump right into the first topic, which is Black Manta apparently in Aquaman. For some reason, it didn't seem like a huge surprise, which is kind of strange to me because nobody really, at least for me, I didn't see it coming. So, Andrew, why don't you start the discussion off today? I know you're really happy about the news, so what do you think of Black Manta in Aquaman?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not exactly surprised. We kind of heard reports about this like a year ago that Black Manta, Ocean Master, and the Trench would be showing up in
I must have missed that.
Sorry, what's that?
I said I must have missed that because I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I guess this is just kind of more confirmation, which is awesome because Black Manta is one of Aquaman's biggest villains. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. You guys?
Yeah, Colin, what do you think?
I'm super stoked for it. I was surprised. I heard the reports of Black Manta and Ocean Master. You know, they were the rumored villains, and I also heard about the Trench thing. But the reason I was surprised, I don't know. I guess I just kind of was thinking subconsciously that they were going to go with Ocean Master for some reason and kind of save Black Manta. But regardless, I'm still super stoked to see Black Manta, and I'm not sure who I want to play Black Manta, but I'm super stoked to see what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up, actors, because already two actors have already said that they want to play Black Manta, which was Michael K. Williams and Michael Jai White, who actually tweeted our very own Andrew Lilly and said that he'd actually like to play the character. So that was kind of interesting. Out of those two, who would you want to play the character? I mean, Andrew, I pretty much know your answer. But,
pretty much.
Yeah. What about you, Colin? Do you know who Michael K. Williams is?
Yeah, he's a voice actor, right? He was he the? Oh my gosh, hang on. Was he? Did he do Aqualad? Was he Aqua?
No. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what kind of work he's done, but his face looks really familiar, and I think he'd do a good job. He has like this really large scar on his face, and he just looks menacing. So I think he'd be a really good choice for Black Manta, but I mean, I don't know. I think Michael Jai White would be a pretty solid choice.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because he was in like some Mortal Kombat trailer I remember a while back that I thought was totally awesome, but it never got any traction, I guess, because I never saw anything else about it.
Yeah,
so
Legacy.
Apparently he's from The Wire, Boardwalk Empire. He was in RoboCop, The Purge, Anarchy. So I mean, he's done stuff. I guess less on like the Purge side, but more of like like The Wire and Boardwalk Empire, really popular shows. So I mean, he seems like a good actor. I know I've seen him in something before, and I know I really liked him, and he has the look for Black Manta. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could throw his hat in there and maybe get the role.
The guy that I was thinking of, his name is Khary Payton. He's playing King Ezekiel in the new season of Walking Dead, and he was Cyborg and Aqualad. He did the voices for both of them. You guys can look him up on Twitter. He looks like he'd be pretty menacing, and I'm pretty sure he showed some interest yesterday or the other day whenever it was announced.
Is he strictly a voice actor or what?
No, like he's gonna be in the next season of Walking
yeah, you
Dead.
said
Did you guys see that trailer for it? Like the
Yeah, I
new
did.
season? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy with the tiger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alex, what do you think, man?
I'm excited that Black Manta is the villain. I think that I agree with Ander. I wasn't really surprised about it, but because I think they're really trying to align, not completely, but like take a lot of inspiration from the New 52, and so like if they're doing that, like they can go with the Trench and Black Manta first, and then maybe save like Ocean Master and the Throne of Atlantis to like mix in with Justice League later on down the line, and so that's what I hope happens. Anyways, I think that would be awesome. But as far as actors, I think that Michael Jai White would be great.
Yeah.
Let it be known that Comic Drops endorses Michael Jai White as Black Manta. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I kind of mirror what you guys said. Except for the whole, like, you weren't surprised. I mean, I kind of was, because, I was just, like, chilling, playing Rainbow Six Siege, and my phone vibrates and it says that Black Manta is, like, because it was... I was so surprised because so many people have voiced their desire to have Black Manta in the Aquaman film, and then finally seeing, a reputable source say, hey, Black Manta is going to be in the movie, and it's just like, oh, like, crap, like, our dreams are coming true now. So, I mean, I don't know anything about the Black Manta character. All I know is that he is, like, one of Aquaman's biggest villain, and that he was a part of the Suicide Squad at a certain point in the comics. So I'm hoping that does happen in the DCEU, hopefully within Suicide Squad 2, if it gets greenlit by the studio and all that good jazz. But, I mean, I'm excited. Michael Jai White, I think he'd be a good choice. I mean, either of the guys that we mentioned, even Michael K. Williams would do a solid job. And then the guy that Colin mentioned. So, I mean, 3 awesome candidates right out the bat, and the news hasn't even been a week old. So, I guess we'll kind of keep everyone posted on the casting of that. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next topic, which is the Rogue One trailer. And I have to say, like, the trailer was cool, but it didn't get me any more excited for the movie. And you'll hear me say this again, but I don't know. I mean, like I said,
Same.
cool shots. I enjoyed seeing Vader. It'll be cool to see, a movie in between episode 3 and episode 4, and them trying to steal the Death Star plans and all that cool stuff. But it's just like, it looks fun. I'm still gonna see it. It's a Star Wars movie. Alex, what do you think?
This is actually like it's probably my most anticipated Star Wars movie. I think it can very easily be my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'd have to agree that this trailer didn't really get me any more hyped than I already was. Like, it was still like you said, more beautiful shots, and I think that this movie will be like the technically like best, like from a film aspect and like all of that, like score and cinematography and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. But this trailer wasn't like, it didn't blow me away.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna go see it. I'm gonna be there at 7 on Thursday, not midnight, but
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Star Wars. We're gonna see Star Wars, whether
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Andrew.
I thought it looked good. I'm pretty excited for it. I hope it's better than Force Awakens.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you heard that right.
Wait, did you not like The Force Awakens?
I did not
Did
like
y'all-
Force Awakens.
Did y'all not know
What?
that?
Oh
Yes.
my God!
Snap.
I did
Square
not
up, young
like
blood.
it.
Let's go.
So meet me in the streets, fam. What are you talking about?
You got
What?
it.
How do you what about it didn't you like? I didn't know this.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, I didn't like the story at all. I thought it copied too much from the original trilogy.
It was a new
I
hope
just-
for a new generation.
They could have made a new story. They didn't have to recycle all the plots.
Dang. This is
Yeah,
the second
dude.
time you've hurt me this week.
Yeah.
That and that whole Wonder Bat situation.
Dude, I was ready to block you after that.
I support you, Josh.
Hey.
Whoa.
Okay, there's 2 people I'm blocking. All right.
Dang, you
Okay,
go
Ender.
piece, man.
You know Backcat still rules.
Going for the
Backcat's number
jugular.
1.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. My only real concern right now is that kind of the main character. I'll probably be called sexist for this, but I don't know. She just kind of looks no different than, like, I don't know. Star Wars kind of has this thing where it's like all strong badass females who are all brunette. And she just kind of looks the same to me. And I'm still not like 100% sold on this story where she's like captured and they give her the mission, this really important mission. I don't know. I guess that's really weird to me. But aside from that, I think it looks really good.
Well, I mean, I think the trailers have been a little misleading in certain points, because I mean, there have been times you've seen her in like Imperial armor, and then in the recent trailer you see her like walking towards a TIE fighter, and they're kind of giving you that perception of she's a traitor or she's Two-Face or so. I mean, like I'm still kind of with you with the whole story. I'm kind of not exactly sold on it just yet. I need to see a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
Perhaps maybe I'll read up some more on it. But I mean, I'm excited for it. I just didn't like how everyone on Twitter was like freaking out over that millisecond shot of Darth Vader. And like, not even Darth Vader, it was like the back of his freaking head. And everybody was just like, "Oh my God, Vader!" I tweeted once, and I was like, "Oh wow, it's freaking Vader!" And everybody was like tweeting multiple pictures and stuff, and I'm like brightening them, and I was just like we've seen Vader before. This isn't the first time Vader's been on screen. I don't know why y'all are flipping out about it. So I mean, that's my own personal gripe. But Colin, what are your thoughts?
This trailer got me really excited, honestly. Like, I mean, it's possibly my strong Star Wars bias, but I really, really, really like this trailer. It didn't show me anything new or anything I didn't know per se, but I don't know, visually, and it just getting to see this for the first time, that the actual war that is happening, because in all the other movies we followed the Jedi on their journey. This time we're on the ground with the rebels and we're following the war, and that is such an interesting perspective, I think, and it gets me super excited. And I agree with the whole Darth Vader thing about I mean, I don't understand why people are flipping out about it. I do think this is going to be a different type of Darth Vader though, because I guarantee there's going to be like some cool action sequence where he's just tearing people apart. But the coolest part in the trailer for me probably was the shot. I don't even know the character's name, but he had a rocket launcher, and he shot it at an AT-AT.
That shot was awesome.
I was like, oh my gosh! I was like,
the
that
cinematography
is amazing.
in this movie looks probably like the best I've seen in a Star Wars movie so far.
Dude,
yeah,
and
then
the music.
Oh yes.
The music
like I was
gave me
saying, like
chills.
the visuals and like score from a technical aspect, like it's one of the reasons I'm so excited. And like Colin, like you said, the war aspect, like I'm really excited that we're getting to see that, and then it's so different from what we've seen before. Like, because there's so much, and there's so much more that they need to explore in the films too, of like the Star Wars universe besides just like the Skywalker family. Like there's so much.
And to speak about a little bit what Andrew said, he didn't understand why they gave her the mission. I don't know why. This is just a guess, but I was thinking we still haven't seen Mads Mikkelsen in this, and we do know that Mads Mikkelsen is playing her father, so maybe that's why, because I'm pretty sure either it was said that he's a Sith or that he's a Jedi or something. I'm pretty sure he's a Force user.
It's Mads Mikkelsen. I'm pretty sure he's playing a bad guy. That's like his MO.
Right, yeah. I'm sure, because there's been like one picture of him, I think, on a planet, but other than that, but maybe that has something to do with why they choose her, a thief out of all things, to do the mission. Or maybe it's like a Suicide Squad thing. She's expendable and they really don't care. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, but then why would she do it in the first place if she knew that? I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just,
so much we don't know
We're basing
yet.
all this off of trailers, so I mean, we don't
Exactly.
have any concrete evidence or anything like that. But yeah, Rogue One's coming out. Should be fun. I'm gonna go see it. I like Darth Vader. I like explosions and stuff. So yeah. All right, moving on to the next topic, and this is and unfortunately, this has become a growing trend with WB, and I'm really not happy about it. We're about to talk about Suicide Squad. If you want to hear our spoiler-free and spoiler-filled review, go ahead and check it out on the channel. Caboose XBL joins us. It was a really fun episode. We had a lot of fun. But yeah, apparently, according to a user on Reddit, mind you, this is Reddit, so take this with a grain of salt, there's been about 21 additional scenes taken out of Suicide Squad, and I'm not going to go through all of them because, like I said, there are over a dozen of them. But yeah, if you want to go check them out on commentdrops.com, do that. that little plug right there. You like that?
Hey, hey, hey.
All right, but yeah, like there's a scene of Joker and his men shooting up a restaurant, and then like we've seen the set pictures, we see Harley going after him on the motorcycle, and then there's another extended scene of them in Ace Chemicals. Spoilers for Suicide Squad, by the way. Just saying. There's an extended scene in Ace Chemicals. There's an extended scene of the Batmobile chase. More dialogue between Joker and Harley. There's more. There's more to the scene.
There's
where
more
Joker,
everything.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. There's basically I'm not even gonna go anymore with like how many scenes, but there's basically like Alex said, there's a lot more of everything, and even for me, I really enjoyed Suicide Squad, but when I walked out of the theater, I could immediately tell that a lot of things have been cut, not just because of the trailers and some of the footage in the trailers not being in them, but as someone who knows how movies go and how it naturally flows along. You can tell that like a lot of the stuff was like cut short. Like for example, like when I was talking about when Joker breaks into the nano bomb machine, he grabs it and he shows it in the guy's face, and the dialogue goes, "This looks neat," but his mouth doesn't move, and then the scene ends, and you're just like, wait, what? Like, did you really think you could get away with that like cleanly? Like that was a terrible edit. So, people are saying, oh, we need multiple cuts and stuff like that. Apparently there are a lot of cuts of the movie out there kind of just like swimming around that WB decided not to use. It's like a bunch of crap. It's really annoying. Colin, what do you think, man, about the whole like WB cutting stuff and deleted scenes and all that stuff?
Well, for one, like first things first is that every movie has deleted scenes, but the case with this is more that the studio interfered when it really shouldn't have. It was like the reasoning behind it, I think, like strongly, is it was a knee-jerk reaction to the mixed response from BVS. They saw a lot of people either making fun of or mocking the dark tone that BVS so heavily implied, and it also like. So immediately they're like, okay, well, Suicide Squad's already finished shooting. What are we supposed to do now? That movie's dark as all get out. So I think what they did is they made multiple cuts, and we got the lightest version possible because that's what they thought the people wanted. So I think that's why all the scenes are missing. I don't think we'll see all of them. I doubt we'll even see half of them. Like, I'm sure there'll be a couple maybe on the DVD, but I don't think we're going to get Ultimate Edition like we did with BVS, because if we were, I'm pretty sure they would have already announced it by now. But I don't know, man. It's like I said, all movies have deleted scenes, but I really think studios need to back off for just a second, especially with a director like David Ayer. David Ayer hadn't made a bad movie that I had seen, at least, like End of Watch or Fury, and I don't think Suicide Squad's bad either. I'm not saying that. I love Suicide Squad. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I think it's obvious that there was stuff missing. It could have flowed a lot better, and I think that, like I said, the studios just need to back off.
Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of meddling.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm really pissed about it, honestly. Like, this is, I mean, if you look at it in the like history, this is the fourth movie that I know of that was like had a huge chunk out. Because I mean, if you take Watchmen and then you want to do BVS and then Suicide Squad, and then I'm missing one now, but
Green Lantern.
But like,
Let
there's
me
just so
was trash
much.
from Jump Street.
There's just so much that they meddled in and took out that they really didn't need to. And I mean, this wasn't even a long movie. Like, they can't say that they did it for length reasons. And so, I don't know. I think it was really unnecessary, and I definitely want to see all of those scenes. And like, I'll start a petition if I have to, like, just to get them all on the like Blu-ray, and just to be able to see them. And like, I definitely agree. I loved Suicide Squad a lot, actually. Like, but whenever I got out of the theater, you could tell, like, it felt off, and you could tell that there was some parts missing, and that it had been edited down, and that, like, it just makes me really angry. And I think they need to stop doing that. You think that they would have learned their lesson from the backlash that they got with the scenes that were edited from BVS, and then, like, the reception the Ultimate Edition got. And then also, Colin, I think that they might end up doing an Ultimate Edition of Suicide Squad if it does well enough at the box office, which it's destroying right now. But
yeah, it is. Like, I mean,
But-
don't get me wrong. I hope they do an Ultimate Edition, but my gut's telling me they won't. And also, I mean, while I do want one, part of me says that I don't want one at the same time, because I don't want WB to put out a movie and then be like, oh, but hang on, don't worry, you thought that one was mediocre? We have a better one coming out on DVD in a couple months. I want to see the best version possible in theaters, and I think that's the problem with the WB execs. Like, they just need to step off, let the directors do their thing. It's good for whenever the execs get in and they're like, okay, in this movie we want Joker and Harley doing this, we want Deadshot doing this, and we want Rick Flag leading the team. At that point, they look at the director says okay, and then they let the director go off and do what they need to do, and no interference after that, because they set the guidelines. Whenever the movie's been edited and then they go back in to redo it, that's where the problem comes in. And I just don't think I don't know, man. I would love to see the Ultimate Edition, but I don't think it'll happen.
I saw someone on Twitter say, I can't remember who, but they were like, these films aren't director driven, like WB has been saying and like praising and repeating. They're like, these films aren't director driven if the directors don't get the final say about the final cut and what's released in theaters. And like that's exactly right. Like, they need to, if they want to say that, they have to back it up and not tamper with the vision these directors have for their movie.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because that was going to be like my biggest point, is that like they say, oh yeah, we hire directors, we let them direct their own movie, and it's their vision, but it still fits into the confines of what they're trying to build with the DCEU. And it probably, it's probably true when they're filming, but then when it comes to the editing room and post production, it almost seems like they completely shut them out, and they're like, okay, you made your movie, but now we're gonna make ours, the one that we want to release.
Yeah.
And like you guys said, you would think that they've learned from BVS to stop cutting key portions of the movie out. I mean, if you watch BVS, there are key scenes that have been just
it changes the entire
complete
meaning
subplots just removed,
of the movie.
the whole, like them finding out that the wheelchair was laced with lead, which is why Superman couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And then the whole extended Africa scene, which if you look at it, makes it a lot more possible for people to think that Superman caused all these these deaths and stuff. But then man, it's just so annoying, bro. Like Colin said, when I go to the theater, I want to see the best possible version of that movie in the theaters. You want to know why? Because one, I paid for it, and two, why are you gonna release like half a product? That's like going to Burger King and ordering a burger, and then they give it to you in the bag and it's half a burger. Like, no, I ordered the whole thing. I want the best version of this product. Why are you gonna do this to me? It's the same with movies. So
that is the best analogy.
I'm also really hungry.
Comparing blockbuster films
to Burger
King's burgers.
I mean, but it's essentially the same thing, and it's just really frustrating.
No, your point stands.
Yeah, definitely.
I really hope we get some kind of extended cut. And like even Jared Leto has voiced his disdain
frustration.
For like them cutting all these scenes. He did all of this research, all this work, on set, and it essentially amounted to like 8 minutes of screen time in the actual movie, and it's just like, come on, man, like you don't do that, especially since you have the character in each and every single one of the trailers, basically making people think, okay, the Joker's gonna have a significant presence in this movie, but then when you go into it, he's sporadically thrown in there, every which way, with the flashbacks, and then he occasionally pops up in present day, and then after the helicopter crashes, he shows up in Arkham to save Harley, and it's just like, you're not going to show us how he survived, that whole deal.
For real.
No, they're like, nah, we're just gonna take it out and possibly not show you. Like, nah, like, get out of here with that crap. I don't like that. So. I'm done ranting. Andrew, what are your thoughts on the whole Suicide Squad, deleted scenes and stuff?
I kind of agree with you guys about Warner Brothers needs to put their best cut into theaters, and they can't be relying on ultimate cuts or extended cuts, to win over the audience. Because, I mean, if people didn't like the one in theaters, what's the chance that they're going to go back for round 2? I mean, if Fantastic Four made an ultimate cut, do you really think anyone was going to go back and give that one a second chance?
I probably would
I'm
have.
not gonna. I was gonna say I'm not gonna lie. I would have because
Yeah,
that
I
movie
would've.
was good
Okay.
until it said
I
1 year
guess-
later.
I guess I'm alone.
We're also fans of the comics, though. If like
Exactly.
an average moviegoer saw
Yeah.
like the atrocity that was Fantastic Four in theaters, they probably.
Yeah, I mean, the comic fans will, but we're a small percent of the larger general audience.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if I would trust Reddit, but I guess since it does sort of align with what Jared Leto was saying about a lot of his scenes got cut, I guess there's more truth to that. But I'm kind of one of the, unless you made Joker the villain of Suicide Squad, I was actually okay with him not having a huge role, just because then it become all about Joker, and it would be like having 2 different stories going on at the same time in Suicide Squad.
I feel like it was 2 different stories though.
Oh, I
happening.
did too. I think
It was.
I mean, I'll admit, Suicide Squad was a mess for me. But just if he had more scenes in there, and he wasn't like the main villain, I feel like it would be even more convoluted than it already was.
Yeah.
There's a certain scene that I read, supposed scene, I should say, that I read about where Joker shows up during the final fight between Enchantress and Incubus, and he tries to get Harley to like run away with him, and she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go help the squad," and that's when he throws that canister, and he's like, "Bye bye," like you see in the trailer.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
kind of happy that was cut because that didn't really seem. It was a
would've
nice.
been
It was a
weird.
nice little nod to Endgame, but I mean, aside from that, I was just like, yeah, nah, you really need that in the movie. So there are
I
scenes
agree.
that I am happy didn't make it into the cut, but there are scenes that extended scenes that we like, extended dialogue between characters that I think that we need, but we didn't get
Yeah,
that. So.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Definitely.
So fingers crossed for a director's cut, ultimate cut, whatever cut that you need to make or say or whatever call it, so we can get those scenes because I need more Joker Leto. Jesus Christ, I
And
need
then
more Joker Leto.
Same.
And then that
Yeah.
needs to be it with extended cuts. Warner Brothers needs to put out their best cuts into theaters.
Yes,
Suicide
okay,
Squad Joker edition.
Yeah, like let this, like if you're gonna release an ultimate or director's cut for Suicide Squad, let this be the last time that a DCEU movie has to release an extended cut of the movie just because they cut so much crap out.
Agreed.
So
Yes.
I do not. I swear to bread, man. If I find out they took
bread.
a bunch of crap from Justice League, and oh my god, you guys will not hear the end of me just slamming on WB's door because
Oh my
that movie
God.
needs to have everything it needs to have in it. So
Give me an 8-hour Justice League movie.
Please?
I'll be good.
Yes.
right, man.
Yes.
We can have an intermission. It's fine.
Let's keep riding on this DC train because this is my favorite train of all. So apparently there is a Man of Steel sequel in development, and no, BVS is not the sequel to Man of Steel, even though it kind of is. Apparently WB said that a Man of Steel sequel is like their top priority, and they've shifted it into active development. So new Man of Steel sequel coming. I've seen people throw around the name Superman Man of Tomorrow, which I think is an awful name. I don't want to see anything like
Yeah.
that.
I don't like
Um,
Superman in front of it. I think
Yeah,
Man
neither
of
do
Tomorrow
I.
would
Man
be,
of Tomorrow
would be
would be-
nice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like that. I want that actually, but I
Yep.
don't like the
Same.
Superman in front of it. That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, I originally thought that BVS was Man of Steel 2, and it's in a way I still kind of do because
It's a continuation of the DC story. Like
yeah, and
the-
and plus it picks up pretty much like directly
with
after
Man of
during the climax of Man of Steel. So, and then it shifts 18 months later, and then the story begins. But I mean, I know a lot of people that's like for some reason that's a touchy subject for people because people like to get upset about the smallest things. But that's a whole. Anyway, Alex, what do you think about a Man of Steel sequel?
I'm super excited for it. I think that it's like considered that BVS isn't a Man of Steel sequel because it's not a just Superman movie, and so now we're getting like active development, full Superman solo. or sequel to his solo, and I'm really excited for it. I do hope they go with Brainiac.
Yes, I was hoping
for,
you'd
like,
say that.
Yeah, I want them to use Brainiac, but I really don't want another like normal alien invasion type story, and so they need to find a way to not do that while still using Brainiac, and I'll be happy. And then I haven't thought like too much else what I want for it. I want Zack Snyder back as the director. I don't care what anyone
Agreed.
says.
I agree.
I love Man of Steel. It's a masterpiece. But
Yes.
every time, like, I like it more and more every time I watch it. But anyways, yeah, I'm super hyped for it.
Colin?
I am super stoked that Man of Steel 2, or whatever it's going to be called, Man of Tomorrow. I really like that. That it's going to be happening because I love Man of Steel. Like what Alex just said, I think that movie's a masterpiece. I love that movie. But I would be cool with Brainiac or Mongol. Maybe save Mongol for the third movie, but like have him go, like, you know, to the war world or something like that, you know, like do some sort of battle like that. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. I do want Zack Snyder to come back and direct it though, because I like I said, I think he did great with Man of Steel. So yeah, I'd be down for that. But
I hope they explore. I forgot to say, but like I hope they explore more Krypton and its mythology, and that
yes,
some of it does go more into space and doesn't stay like strictly on Earth, because I think that aspect of Superman is really cool, and they should
Definitely.
explore it.
You know what I just realized is that, at least from what I've seen, the WB didn't mess with Man of Steel, like editing wise. The movie seems to flow well, at least in my opinion. You know, there aren't like super like rough cuts away from things, and you know, missing action set pieces. I don't know why, but like it seems like WB just started. I know I'm still in the whole like WB editing thing, but it seemed like they started like that little trend with BVS needs to stop. But like you guys said, I'm excited for Man of Steel sequel. I want Zack Snyder back if WB can get their grimy, dirty little paws off out of the editing room. So that'd be great. Like you guys said, well actually, wait, like you said, Alex, Brainiac he was my choice for the Justice League villain, and part of me still kind of wants that. And I was gonna mention, I was like, oh yeah, maybe they could have like Lex and Brainiac kind of work together, but I feel like that could kind of be like a rehash of BVS, you know, of like, you know, Lex creating this, not really creating Brainiac, but kind of using a extraterrestrial being to fuel his you know,
To help
feud
him
with
take down Superman.
So I mean, I do want to see Lex back. I really enjoyed Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. No matter what you say, Colin, I thought he was really good. That scene on the rooftop was gold.
I've changed his opinion on it a little bit.
what?
A little bit. I've given you some perspective on that.
Yeah,
So I had a good point.
Yeah, you did.
Hey.
Like let me just go ahead and say this for anybody that's listening. If you ever try to argue with Alex about the DC Extended Universe, prepare to fail.
You will get shut down almost instantly.
You will get shut down so fast.
It's
and
so
then you're
fun
gonna
to watch, man.
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, seriously, because like I've been like, I have these complaints, and then Alex says something, and then I'm like, but shit, he's right.
Never mind.
Yeah, but I'm like, dadgummit, he's right.
Try.
Yeah. but continue, Josh.
Actually, but like you said, Colin, Mongol would be an interesting choice. I didn't really think about that. I do remember mentioning like forever ago. I was like, man, I want to see Mongol on live screen. You know.
Yeah.
The War World and all that good stuff. So that'd be cool. I saw a lot of people say that they want them to introduce Supergirl, which I'd hold off on introducing another superpowered
Save it
Kryptonian
for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd
she
just
was
hold off on
kind
that.
of. Wasn't she kind of teased in Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
like
And the
pod
prequel
thing.
comic.
Yeah.
And the prequel comic,
yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but then again, that if she's just gonna show up like out of nowhere, people will be like, "Wait, where was she during Justice League and BVS and
True.
you know, and Suicide Squad?" So I mean,
No, that's also a question I was wondering during Suicide Squad. I was like, where's the Flash? Where's Batman? And where's Wonder Woman?
plot holes. Andrew, what do you think? Man of Steel 2.
I'm really excited. I think anytime we can get some more Superman, I'm okay with that. I kind of agree with you guys. I think Brainiac would be really cool. Mongol is an interesting choice too, especially introducing Warworld. One I thought would be really cool would be Parasite, just because I always thought the idea of a powerless Superman can always open up some really cool story ideas.
Yeah, I could dig
obviously Parasite wouldn't be like the main villain because he's kind of just like a B-lister. So you'd have to pair him
Lex
off.
use him.
Yeah.
Again.
I could already see that. I can already see critics being like, a Superman movie where Superman's powerless? Bam, 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Bam. I already see it now.
Yeah, so and then I agree with Alex. I'd be on board with Brainiac as long as it wasn't another alien invasion, because we'd have that with Zod, and we're definitely getting that with Justice League. So it'd probably just be a little too much. But Mongol would be kind of cool too, because then you could set it out in space, which would be really, really kind of fun. So yeah, I don't really care who directs it. Snyder would be okay, I suppose. I know a lot of people were
So
naming.
you don't care? So if Josh Trank was just like, has been
Oh my
tapped for Man of
gosh.
Steel 2, how would you feel about that?
Oh, okay.
So
When
you do
put
care.
it like that.
Oh, jeez.
So you do care. Oh, man.
Okay,
That-
so
I
anyone
would
who's not
cry.
Josh Trank.
I would cry.
All I'm saying is, imagine Zack Snyder's visuals in space. Just imagine. Like, how
gonna be
great
lit.
would that be? That would be
That'd be
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down. Even anything else to add, guys?
Not on this.
I
at
think that's
least.
it.
All right. All right, we're going to move to the last two topics of today's episode, and they are DC TV related. So if you don't care about the CW verse, then, you know, I'm low-key kind of with you. Anyway.
Yeah, honestly.
Whoa!
Well, I care about the
What?
Flash. That's about it. And Legends of Tomorrow. But aside from that, nah.
I'd like to report shots fired.
All right. All right. So apparently the that speedster that you've been seeing in like the set photos for the Flash season 3, apparently his name is Savitar. Apparently he's like always shirtless in the comics. So I don't know anything about that, but we do have somebody who knows who this is. So Colin, why don't you tell us who Savitar is?
Well, Savitar I think he was like a military pilot, and the accident of how he got his powers was he was in some sort of like, because I read up on it because I'd seen him in the comics before. I read up on it, I
have
think,
the
like earlier
Quote
today.
here.
Oh, you have it? You have something here? Was he? I think he
Yeah,
was
I
like
have a
a
quote.
military pilot.
His original. Okay, I'm just straight gonna read like a biography thing that I just pulled up.
Do
Alright.
it.
His original name unknown, Savitar was an Eastern military pilot who came to power after Jay Garrick's retirement and before Barry Allen's debut. He was in a plane crash, I think, and he was like using an experimental supersonic plane, and he became the fastest man alive, like actually traveling,
Yeah.
and then he was infused with the Speed Force,
Hmm.
and then he was vicious and cruel, and so his power was a divine gift and became evil.
Sounds about right. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's pretty, like, from what I've read, I'm pretty sure he's like really like a vicious villain, like brutal, kind of like Zoom was the last season. So but yeah, I'm excited. Like, I mean, Savitar isn't the first person I probably would have picked to be the villain. But I think it's a cool villain. I'm excited to see what they do. But yeah, Savitar.
I mean, I like the Flash. I like the TV show a lot, but I'm kind of done with the whole main antagonist speedster thing. This is the third season in a row where the main antagonist has been a speedster. You had the Reverse Flash, then you had Zoom, now you have Savitar. There are other Flash villains that I think could be main antagonists, like Gorilla Grodd, but at the end again, this is a TV budget, so I don't know how well they'd be able to pull that off.
Hey man, Legends of Tomorrow. All I'm saying is knock Arrow and Flash down to 13 episodes, spend a little bit more on that VFX budget and more important things. Then you could get a Gorilla Grodd season.
Or
How
just
about you
cancel
knock
Arrow.
down to 0 episodes and just cancel the whole show?
Put all the money.
That's
to
a good idea.
Jesus,
Yeah.
he's
I
cold.
support that.
He's cold. Shots fired.
Hey, I don't think does anybody else on this panel agree with that? That Arrow
Yeah,
should be canceled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
It needs
Like-
to end.
Do it.
Andrew,
That
what do
should
you
go.
think about Savitar?
You know, I agree with you. I'm kind of done with the whole main villain being a speedster, but I don't know much about Savitar, so whatever Colin thinks, I'll agree with him.
He's the
It'll
best
be
villain
fun.
ever. Alex.
He's the best.
Yeah, I was exactly gonna say that. I'm over them using a speedster as a villain over and over. There's
Mhm.
and the ironic thing is that the Flash actually has one of the coolest rogues galleries,
Yes.
in my opinion at least, and so it's really disappointing that they're just using the same type villain over and over and over. But yeah, the most I know about him is what I just read in that quote.
So
So
much.
yeah, I don't really have that much of an opinion on it other than that. I just wish they would mix it up more.
Yeah.
Mm.
It'd be cool to see have I mean obviously they're not going to do it this season, but have maybe season 4. I don't know if any of you guys read New 52 Flash.
Yeah.
But that would be cool if they had Dr. I think it was Darwin Elias was his name, or
I
Elias
believe
or
so.
Yeah, so
It was Elias.
Elias, yeah, have him be the villain and have him kind of give the rogues not only their guns, but give them powers, and have him kind of control them throughout the season. Have a cool season 4, because not only would that mix it up from the speedsters, but I think that'd actually be really cool and something that we hadn't seen before in the DC TV stuff.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Watch them make Godspeed the villain next season.
Oh my god.
Okay, I love the look of Godspeed, so that would be pretty cool. Well,
Yeah,
then
that'd be-
again, they wouldn't do the. Never mind. They wouldn't be able to do the costume exactly right. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see that you want to see that CW
that
leatherized version?
leather Godspeed costume. Never mind. I'll pass.
Jesus. They need to 86 that leather, man. Jesus Christ. So bad. All right, moving on to the last topic we have for today. And this is the character I know of, but I've never really read up on. And that is Miss Martian. Apparently she's coming to Supergirl. And she's been cast. And I forget who's playing her. I think she's a new actress. But yeah, Miss Martian is coming to Supergirl. I'm not the biggest fan of Supergirl, and I don't really watch it. I've only watched the episodes where Martian Manhunter kind of had a more larger presence.
Yeah.
But does anybody really care about Supergirl?
I mean, it's not that I don't care. I mean, I watched the pilot. It just didn't seem like my kind of show.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Miss Martian's going to be on it, but that's not something that's going to make me go to the show, start watching it. I mean, Superman might, but I mean, I'm not. It does. Having Miss Martian doesn't make me
Not this
that much
Superman.
excited. Yeah, exactly.
$1.99. Wait, actually,
Yeah.
Sorry.
never
Jeez.
mind. Never mind.
Subtle bump.
I think the fact that it's connected to the CW sort of makes me a little bit more interested than if it was just by itself at I don't even remember where it was before. CBS,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, yeah, it's cool, Miss Martian's showing up, but it's not a character I really care about, or it's not I have to watch Supergirl now. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. They're expanding their universe with new characters, and can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I feel that.
Okay. Anybody have anything else to add before we get out of here?
I will say that I'll agree with Andrew. I think it's cool, and I think the CW is expanding their universe really well. I just am unfortunately losing interest in a lot of the CW TV series. I don't know. I still love Flash and Legends, and it's cool that Supergirl is now connected to that universe, but I didn't watch the first season. I watched the pilot, like you, Colin, but
Yeah.
it wasn't my type of show. Also,
Exactly.
So,
Well,
I mean, I don't know. It's cool, but I'm not... It's not for
Yeah.
me, I guess.
I think bringing a character like Superman into the CW TV DC universe can cause a lot of issues because especially with Arrow, Arrow tries to go for these super large global catastrophes like they did in season 4 with like a bunch of like nukes or some crap.
Is that really what happened at the end of season 4?
Well, yeah,
dude,
it was like
they
it was
were-
like yeah, it was like the episode before the season finale. I didn't watch it. I just read up on it. But yeah, and if you have something like that again, whether it be on the Flash or Arrow, something along like that scale, and
Now
Superman
you have a
doesn't show up,
continuity error.
they're gonna be like, wait, like, you know, and it's Superman. Of course, if that actually happened, he would show up in a heartbeat. So I mean, that can cause a lot of plot and continuity issues. So it'll be interesting to see how they can kind of juggle everything together. But
Well, keep
aside
in
from
mind
that,
that's
I'm
on a
not-
different world.
Yeah. No, they said the Flashpoint's going to join Supergirl with the rest of the other universes.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah,
So-
true, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
so like I said, it'll be interesting to see how they can make everything, work well together. I'll watch at least an episode of each show. Of course I'm gonna watch The Flash. I might give Arrow a chance, maybe if I see something I actually like from the show. I'll watch
I don't know.
Supergirl season 2 just to see how they you got Superman. I mean, it's a pretty interesting cast. You've got Supergirl, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Miss Martian, and you have like some other dude that got cast. I forget his name. I know some guy named Chris Wood is playing him. It's like Mon-El or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I don't freaking know.
I haven't seen too much about it.
But should be interesting. All right, and we have come to the end of this week's episode. We're like 19 episodes in. It's pretty crazy. I want to thank everyone for joining us
Yes.
today. And here's where we selfishly plug our social media and things and stuff. Ander, go.
Oh, I'm on Twitter at AnderWriter. Come on by, talk comics. I'm always up to talking about Aquaman, that's for sure.
Colin.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Colin_Sap, and I also would like to plug that Shazam has been confirmed to be in the DCEU, and I'd just like to say
dude,
Zac
I totally
Efron for
forgot
Shazam.
about that.
Zac Efron for Shazam. That's all I gotta
Oh,
say.
wait, do you guys want to talk about that real quick?
Sure.
I mean,
Okay.
we have, if y'all want, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's really not much to go on. Really.
Yeah, we just know that it's existing
It's
in the
in
universe
the
now, too.
DCEU, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess,
Which
I
is
guess there really isn't much to go. I mean, it's cool to have confirmation, so yeah.
I'm excited. Woo.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Zac Efron for Shazam, you know.
Get out of here with that trash. No, Zac Efron is not.
Come
will
on,
never
Josh.
play Shazam.
Come on, Josh.
No, that's so no. Oh my God.
If there is a world where they can kill Black Canary on a Green Arrow show, there is a world where Zac
That's the
Efron can play
Guggenheim
Shazam.
verse, man. That's irrelevant as crap. No one cares about that.
I mean,
All right,
true.
that was a little much.
No, it was truth. It was truth.
Alex, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at APBatman with 2 T's. Come by and talk Batman or anything, comics, film, all that good stuff.
Don't argue with
Don't-
him though.
I was about to say the same. Don't you argue with that man about the DCEU. He will drag you. Don't do it. You can find me on Twitter at Dark Knight of Ren. That's 1K for the dark and the night. Check out our little t-shirt store. We've partnered with AvengersUnite.com, and to bring you some pretty nice shirts. We got Marvel, DC stuff, Star Wars stuff too. So be sure to check it out in the description box below. And as always, keep it locked to ComicDrops.com for the latest news and superhero media and video games and all that other good stuff. And we will see you guys later. Peace.